What men are you?
Your faithful subject. I, a gentleman born in Northamptonshire, and eldest son, as I suppose, to Robert Falconbridge, a soldier by the honor-giving hand of the Lionheart, knighted in the field.
And what art thou?
The son and heir to that same Falconbridge.
Is that the elder? And art thou the heir? You come not of one mother, then it seems.
Most certainly of one mother, my king. That is well known. And as I believe, one father. But for the certain knowledge of that truth, I put you or you to heaven and my mother.
Out on thee, rude man! Thou dost shame thy mother, and wound her honor with this diffidence.
I, madam? I have no cause for it. That is my brother's plea, none mine. The which, if he can prove, appoints me out a fair £500 a year. Heaven guard my mother's honor and my land.
A good blunt fellow. Why, being younger born, doth he lay claim to the inheritance?
I know not why, but to get the land. For once he slandered me with bastardry, being true begot or no, that still I lay upon my mother's head. But that I am well begot, my liege. Compare our faces and be judge yourself. If our father did begot us both, and our father and this son like to him, I give heaven thanks I was not like to thee.
Why, what a madcap hath heaven lent us here?
He had the trick of the Lionheart's face, the accent of his tongue. Do you not read some tokens of my son in the large composition of this man?
Mine eye hath well examined his parts, and finds them perfect, Richard. Sirrah, speak. What doth move you to claim your brother's land?
Because he had a half face like my father, and with half that face he would have all my land.
My gracious liege, when that my father lived, your brother did employ my father much.
By this you cannot get my land. Your tale must be how he employed my mother.
And once dispatching an embassy to Germany, there with the emperor, to treat of high affairs touching that time, the advantage of his absence took the king, and in the meantime sojourned at my father's, where how he did prevail I shame to speak, but truth is truth. Large length of seas and shores between my father and my mother lay when this same lusty gentleman was got. Upon his deathbed he by will bequeathed his lands to me, and took upon his death that this, my mother's son, was none of his. Then good, my liege, let me have what is mine, my father's land, as was my father's will.
Sirrah, your brother is legitimate. Your father's wife did after wedlock bear him, and if she did play false, the fault was hers, which fault lies on the hazards of all husbands that marry wives. Tell me how your father claimed this son for his. In sooth, good friend, your father might have kept him from all the world, or, being none of his, refuse him. This concludes, my mother's son did get your father's heir, and your father's heir must have your father's land.
Shall then my father's will be of no force to dispossess that child which is not his?
Of no more force to dispossess me than was his will to get me, I think.
Wouldst thou rather be at Falconbridge, and, like thy brother, to enjoy thy land, or the reputed son of the Lionheart, lord of thy presence and with no land besides?
Madam, and if my brother had my shape, and I had his, into his shape, or heir to all this land, might I not never stir foot from this place? I would give it every foot to have this face. I would not be so naughty in this case.
I like thee well. Wilt thou forsake thy fortune, bequeath thy land to thy brother, and follow me? I am a soldier, and now bound to France.
Brother, take you my land. I'll take my chance. Your face hath got £500 a year. Madam, I'll follow you to the death.
Nay, I would have you go before me thither.
What is thy name?
Philip, my liege, so my name is begun. Philip, good old Sir Robert White's eldest son.
From henceforth bear the name whose form thou bearest. Kneel thou down, Philip, but rise more great. Arise, Sir Richard and Plantagenet. Peace be to France, if France in peace permit our just and lineal entrance to our own. And if not, bleed France, in peace ascend to heaven, whilst we, God's wrathful agent, do correct their proud contempt, that beats his peace to heaven.
Peace be to England. England we love, and that for England's sake. But thou hast loving England art so far that thou hast underbrought his lawful king. Look in thy brother Geoffrey's face, that Geoffrey was thy elder brother born, and this is Geoffrey's in the name of God. How comes it then that thou art called a king?
From whom hast thou this great commission, France, to draw my answer from thy articles?
From that supernal judge that hath made me guardian to this boy.
Oh, alack, thou dost usurp authority.
Excuse? It is to be usurping damn.
Who's it thou dost call usurper, France?
Let me make answer. Thy usurping son.
Out, insolent! Thy bastard made king, so thou mayst be queen and check the world.
My bed was ever to thy son as true as thine was to thy husband. And this boy, liker in features to his father Geoffrey than thou and John in manners, being as like as rain to water, my boy a bastard. By my soul, I think his father never was so true begot. It cannot be in that thou wert his mother.
There's a good mother, boy, that blots thy father.
There's a good grandam boy that would blot thee. Peace.
Hear the crier.
What the devil art thou?
One that played the double with you, sir, and you alone. You are the very hail from the proverb goes, whose valor cuts dead lions by the ear. I'll smoke your skin coat and catch you right. Sir, I'll look to it. In faith, I will, in faith.
Oh, well, did he become the lion's rope? Then to disrupt the line of that rope.
It lies slightly on the back of him. His great alcity shows upon an ass. But, ass, I'll take that burden from your back, or lay on that shall make your shoulders crack.
What is this cracker that deafs our ears with this abundance of superfluous breath?
Louis, determine what we women and fools break off your conference. King John, this is the very sum of all. England and Ireland, and je tuerai me. And right of Arthur do I cling to thee. Wilt thou resign them and lay down thy arms?
My life is soon. I do defy thee, France. Arthur of Bretagne, yield thee to my hand. Now that my dear love will give thee more than ere the coward hand of France can win. Submit thee, boy.
Come to thy grandam, child.
Do, child, go to a grandam child. Give grandam kingdom and a grandam will. Give it a plum and a cherry and a fig. There's a good grandam.
Good my mother, peace, I would that I would lay low in my grave. I am not worth this coil that is before me. His mother shames him so. Poor boy, he weeps.
Now shame upon you, whether he does or no. His grandam draws him not. His mother shames draws his heaven and pearls from his poor eyes, which heaven shall take in nature of a fiend. I, with these crystal beads, heaven shall be bribed to do him justice and revenge on you.
Thou monstrous slanderer of heaven and earth.
Thou monstrous angerer of heaven and earth, God not me, slanderer, thou and I usurp the dominations, royalties, and rights of this oppressed boy. This is thy eldest son's son, unfortunate in nothing but in thee. Thy sins are visited in this poor child. The canon of the law is laid on him.
Bedlam have done.
I have but this to say, a plague upon her!
Thou unadvised skull! I can produce a will that bars the title of thy son.
I, who doubts that? A will, a wicked will, a woman's will came to grandam's will.
Peace! Ladies, pause or be more temperate. It ill beseems this presence try aim to these ill-tuned repetitions. Some trumpet summon hither to these walls these men of Angiers. Let us hear them speak. Whose title do they admit? Arthur's or John's?
Hello, who is it that hath more to choose the walls?
'Tis France for England.
And England for itself. You men of Angiers
You
and my...
loving men of Angiers, Arthur's subjects, our trumpet called you to this gentle parliament.
For our advantage, therefore, hear us first. These flags of France that are advanced here before the eye and prospect of your town have hither marched to your endangerment. But on the side of us, your lawful king, behold, the French, amazed, vouchsafe a parley. Now, instead of bullets wrapped in fire, they shoot but calm words, folded up in smoke. Let us in, your king, whose labored spirits, forewearied in this action of swift speed, crave harborage within your city walls.
When I have said make answer to us both, lo, in this right hand stands young Plantagenet, son to the elder brother of this man, and king over him in all that he enjoys. Where downtrodden equity will march before your town, and leave your children, wives, and you in peace. But if you fondly pass our preferred offer, 'tis not the rondure of your old-faced walls that can hide us from our messengers of war. So, shall your city call us lord on behalf of which we have challenged it? Or shall we stalk the enraged and stock blood in our possession?
In brief, we are the King of England's subjects. For him it is right, he holds his town.
Acknowledge then the king, and let me in.
That can we not. But he that proves the king to him, we will prove loyal. Till that time have we round up our gates against the world.
Doth not the crown of England prove the king? And if not that, I bring you witnesses, twice 15,000 cards of England's breed,
Bastards and else.
come to verify our title with their lives.
Some well-born blood as those.
Some bastards too.
Stand in his face to contradict his claim.
Till you confound whose right is worthiest, we for the worthiest hold this right from both.
Then God forgive the sin of all those souls that to their everlasting residence, before the dew of evening fall, shall fleet, in dreadful trial of our kingdom's king.
Amen, amen. Mount Chevaliers, to arms!
St. George that swings to the dragon, and now sits in mine hostess's door. Teach us some fence. Sirrah, were I your dead, I'd place an ox at your lion's hide and make a monster of you. Peace, son. No more. Oh, tremble if you hear the lion roar.
Up higher to the plain, where we will set forth in best appointment all our regiments.
Speed then to take the advantage of the field.
It shall be so, and at the other hill. Command the rest to stand. God and our right.
Majesty, how high thy tower glories when the rich blood of kings is set on fire, and now doth death line its shafts with steel. The swords of soldiers are his teeth, his fangs, and now he feasts, mousing on the flesh of men and undetermined differences of kings. Why stand these royal fronts amazed? Cry havoc, kings, back to the staid fields, fire kingdom spirits. Then let one part's confusion confirm the other's peace. Tell them, blows, blood, and death!
Whose party do the townsmen yet admit?
Speak, citizens, for England. Who is your king?
The King of England. When we know who's the king.
Know him in us that here hold up his right.
In us that are our own great deputy, and bear possession of our person here, Lord of our presence, and jeers, and of you.
A greater power than me denies all this, and till it be undoubted have we lock our formal scruple in our strong guard gates.
These squirrels venture flout you kings, and stand securely on their battlements, as in a theater, where they gape and point at your industrious scenes of death. Your royal presences be ruled by you. Be friends a while, and both conjointly bend your sharp steeds and mouths on this contemptuous city. That done, part your mingled colors once more. Turn face to face and bloody point to point. Then, in a moment, fortune shall call forth her happy minion, and kiss him with glorious victory. How sounds this wild counsel? Smacks not something of a policy?
By the sky that hangs above our heads, I like it well. France, shall we knit our powers and lay the Sangiers even to the ground? Then after fight, who should be king of it?
And if thou hast the mental of a king, being wronged as we are by this peevish town, turn thy mouth with thy artillery, as we will ours against this saucy walls. And once we have dashed them to the ground, Why then defy each other, pell-mell make work upon ourselves, from heaven or hell?
Let it be so. Say, where will you assault?
We from the west will send destruction into this city's bosom.
I from the north.
Our thunder from the south shall rain a drift of bullets on this town.
From north to south, friends often shoot each other's mouths. I'll stir them to it. Come, away!
King Philip, listen to the cardinal.
And hang a calfskin on those recreant limbs.
Well, ruffian, I must pocket up these wrongs because...
Your breeches best may carry them.
Philip, what sayest thou to the cardinal?
What should he say as the cardinal?
Bethink you, follow, for the difference of purchase of a heavy curse from Rome, or the light loss being for a friend. Forgo the easier.
That's the curse of Rome. Oh, Louis, stand fast. The devil tempts thee here in the likeness of a new, untrimmed bride.
The Lady Constance speaks not from her faith, but from her need.
Oh, thou grant my need, which only lives but by the death of faith. Oh, then tread down my need, and faith mounts up. Keep my need up, and faith is trodden down.
The king is moved, and answers not to this.
Oh, be removed from him, and answer well.
Do so, King Philip, hang no more in doubt.
Hang nothing but a calfskin, most sweet lout.
I am perplexed and not know what to say.
What canst thou say that will perplex thee more if thou stand excommunicate and curse?
Good Reverend Father, make my person yours and tell me how you would bestow yourself. This royal hand and mine are newly knit with all religious strength and sacred vows. And even before our truce, our kingdoms were deep sworn in peace, amity, faith, and true love. So can we just do your pleasure and continue friends?
All form is formless, order orderless, save what is opposite to England's love. Therefore to arms, be champion of our church, France. Thou mayest hold a serpent by the tongue, a chafed lion by the mortal paw, a fasting tiger safer by the tooth, than keep in peace that hand which thou dost hold.
I may destroy my hands, but not my face.
So makest thou faith an enemy to faith, and like a civil war sets oath to oath, thy tongue against thy tongue. Oh, that thy vows, first made to heaven, first be to heaven performed. That is, to be champion of our church. Therefore, thy later vows against thy first is in thyself rebellion to thyself. And no better conquest canst thou make than arm thy constant and thy nobler parts against these giddy loose suggestions, upon which better part our prayers come in, if thou vouchsafe them. But if not, then know the peril of our curses light on thee so heavy as thou shalt not shake them off, but in despair die under their black weight.
Rebellion! Flat rebellion!
Will not a calfskin stop that mouth of thine?
Father, to arms!
Upon thy wedding day, against the blood that thou hast married, what, shall our feast be kept with slaughtered men? Shall loud-braying trumpets and churlish drums, clamors of hell be managed to our pomp? O husband, hear me. Upon my knee I beg, go not up to arms against my uncle.
Oh, upon my knee, made hard with kneeling, I do pray thee thou virtuous doffing, alter not the doom for thought by heaven.
Now I shall see thy love. What motive may be stronger with thee than the name of thy wife?
Thou wilt upholdeth him that thee upholds his honor. Oh, thine honor, Louis, thine honor.
I muse your majesty doth seem so cold when such profound respects do pull you on. I will denounce a curse upon his head.
Thou shalt not leave. England, I will fall from you.
Oh, fair return of banished majesty.
O foul old French inconstancy!
France, thou shalt rue this hour within this hour.
The suns are cast with blood. Fair day adieu.
Now by this day grows wondrously hot. The merry devil hovers in the sky, pours down mischief. There Oscar head lies, will fill it breeze.
Keep this boy. Richard, make up. My mother has assailed in our tent and taken thy beard.
Fear you not, my lord. I rescued her. She is in safety. But on, for very little pains will bring this labor to a happy end.
Look not so sad. Thy grandam loves thee, and thy uncle will be as dear to thee as thy father was.
This will make my mother die with grief.
Cousin, away free. Haste before and ere our coming. See thou shake the bags of hoarding abbots, imprisoned angels set at liberty. The fat ribs of peace must now by the hungry be fed upon. Use our commission in his utmost force.
Bell-booking candles shall not drive me back. Gold and silver becks me forth. I leave, your highness. Grandam, I will pray, if I ever remember to be holy, for your fair safety. So, I kiss your hand.
Farewell, gentle cousin.
Cause, farewell. Do not seek to stuff my head with more ill news, for it is full.
But if you be afeard to hear the worst, then let the worst unheard fall upon your head.
Bear with me, cousin, for I was amazed under the tide. But now I breathe again, aloft the flood, and can give audience to any tongue, speak it of what it will.
How I have sped among the clergymen, the sums I have collected shall express. But as I travel throughout the land, I find that people strangely fantasy, not knowing what they fear, but full of fear. And here, a prophet from whom I found on the streets of Pontefract, with many a hundreds treading upon his heels, to whom he sung to rude, harsh-sounding rhymes, that ere the next ascension day at noon, your highness shall deliver upon your crown.
Thou idle dreamer, wherefore didst thou so?
For knowing the truth would fall out so.
Ugh. Hubert, away with him, imprison him, and on that day whereon he says I shall yield up my crown, let him be hanged. Deliver him to safety in return for I must use thee.
I said
Gentle kinsman, hearest thou the news abroad? Who are arrived?
The French, my lord, Mensmells of Fulton. Besides, I met Lord Salisbury and Lord Bigot, eyes as red as newly enkindled fire, going to seek the grave of Arthur, whom they say is killed tonight on your suggestion.
Gentle kinsman, go and thrust thyself into their companies. I away to win their loves again. Bring them before me.
I shall seek them out.
Nay, to make haste, the better foot before. Oh, let me have no subject enemies when adverse foreigners affright my towns with dreadful pomp of stout invasion. Be Mercury, set feathers to thy heels and fly like hawk from them to me again.
And the spirit of time shall teach me speed.
Sir Richard, what think you? This is the very top, the height, the crest of murder's arms. This is the bloodiest shame, the wildest savagery, the vilest stroke that ever wall-eyed wrath or staring rage presented to the tears of soft remorse.
All murders past do stand excused in this, and prove a deadly bloodshed but a jest, exampled by this heinous spectacle.
It is a damned and bloody work, the graceless action of a heavy hand, if it be the work of any hand.
If it be the work by any hand, we had a kind of light that would ensue. It is a shameful work of Hubert's hand, the practice and the purpose of the king, from whose obedience I forbid my soul, kneeling before this ruin of sweet life, and breathing a vow, a holy vow, never to taste the pleasures of the world again, not till I have set a glory to this hand, by giving it the worship of revenge.
Our souls religiously confirm thy words.
Lords, I am not patient seeking, for Arthur doth live, and the king has sent for your presence.
Oh, he is old and blushes not at death. Avaunt, thou villain, get thee gone.
I am no villain.
Must I rob the law?
Your sword is bright, so put it up again.
Not till I sheathe it in a murderer's skin.
Stand back, Salisbury. Stand back, I say. Why, I think my sword is as sharp as yours. And I will not have you, Lord, forget yourself. lest I, by marking of your rage, forget your greatness, nobility, and your worth.
Out dunghill! Darest thou brave a nobleman?
Not for my life, but to protect my innocent life, I brave an emperor.
Thou art a murderer!
Do not prove me so. Whoever speaks so, sir, speaks not truly.
Cut him to pieces!
Keep the peace, I say.
Stand by, or I shall gall you, falcon brave.
Thou wert better call the devil, Salisbury. If thou but frown at me or stir thy foot, I'll strike thee dead. I shall so maul you, you shall think the devil's come from hell.
What wilt thou do, renowned falcon brave? Second a villain and a murderer?
Lord Bigot, I am none.
Who killed this prince?
Why, 'tis not an hour since I left him Wales. I honored him. I loved him. And I will sweep out my date of life for sweet life's loss.
Trust not those cunning waters of his eyes, for villainy is not without such root.
Kind and dolphin in his powers. And wild amazement hurries up and down the little number of your doubtful friends. Would not my lords return to me again when they heard your father was alive? They found him dead and cast into the street. An empty casket where the jewel of life by some damned hand was robbed and taken away. Oh, that villain Hubert told me he did live. For that he did, for aught he knew. But wherefore do you droop? Why look you sad? Be great and act as you've been thought. Threaten the threatener, now face the brow of bragging horror. What? Shall they seek the lion in his den and fright him there? Oh, let it not be said. Forth they run to meet displeasure and grapple with him, or ere he come so nigh. The legates of the Pope have been with me, and I have made a happy peace with him. And he hath promised to dismiss the powers led by the dolphin. O inglorious league, shall we, upon the footing of our land, send base truce and compromise to arms invasive? Shall beardless boy brave our fields and find no check? Let us, my liege, to arms. Perchance the cardinal cannot make your peace, or, if you do, let it at least be said they saw we had purpose of defense. Have thou the ordering of this present time? Away then with good courage, yet I know our party might with prouder foe. According to the fair play of orders of the world, let me have audience. I'm sent to speak. My holy lord of Milan, from the king I come to learn how you have dealt for him. And, as you answer, I do know the scope and warrant limited unto my tongue.
The Dauphin is too willful opposite and will not temporize with my entreaties. He flatly says he'll not lay down his arms.
By all the breath that fury breathes, this you says well. Now here our English king, for doth his royalty speaks in me. He is prepared as well he should. This boyish and unmanly approach he doth smile at, and is well prepared to whip this dwarvish army of pygmy arms from the circle of his territories. And you, degenerate, England provokes, blush for shame. For young ladies and pale vision maids like Amazons tripping after drums. Their thimbles into odd gauntlets change, their needles to lances, and gentle hearts to fierce and bloody inclination.
Now end thy brave and turn thy face in peace. The grant thou canst thou scold us, fare thee well. You'll have time too precious to be so such a brabbler.
Give me leave to speak.
No, I was.
We will attend to neither. Strike up the drums and let the tongue of war plead for our interest in our being here.
Indeed, your drums being beaten will cry out, and so shall you being beaten. For not trusting in this hulking legate here, whom he is rather for sport than need, is warlike John, whose office today is to feast upon thousands of the French.
Strike up our drums to find this danger out.
And that shall find a dolphin, do not doubt.
Lord, who art thou?
Hubert, I think.
Thou hast a perfect thought, and I will upon all hazards well believe thou art a friend who recognizes my voice so. Who art thou?
Who thou wilt. I come you in the way of Plantagenet.
Unkind remembrance. Thou and eyeless knights have done me shame, soldier. Pardon me.
Sans compliment. What news abroad?
Why, here walk I and the black-browed knight to find you.
What's the news? Make it brief.
Fitting to the night, I fear. Black, fearful, and terrible.
Show me the very wound of this ill news.
I know it.
I'll not swoon at it.
The king, I fear, is poisoned and has yet to recover.
How did he take it? Who did taste for him?
A monk, I tell you, a resolved villain whose bowels suddenly burst out. The king has yet to speak.
Who did thou leave to tend his majesty?
Why, do you not know? The lords are all come back and brought Prince Henry in their company, upon whose request they have been pardoned. They are all about his majesty now.
Withhold thine indignation, mighty heaven, and tempt us not to bear above our powers. I'll tell thee, Hubert, half my powers tonight are taken by the tide. These Lincoln Washingtons have devoured them. Myself hardly have escaped. Away, conduct me to the king. I doubt he be dead ere I come.
Oh, cousin, thou art come to set mine eye. The tackle of my heart is cracked and burned. My heart hath but one poor string to stay it by, which holds but till thy news be uttered. And then all this thou seest is but a clod, confounded royalty.
The dolphin and his powers are preparing hitherward, and heaven knows how we shall answer them. For in the night, the best part of my powers were in the washes, all devoured by an unexpected flood.
You breathe these dead news in his deadened ear. My liege, my lord, but a king. Now thus.
Even so, I must run on, and even so stop. What surely of the world, what hope, when this now was a king, and now is clay?
Without gone so, I do but stay behind to do the office of revenge. And then my soul shall wait on thee in heaven. You stars that spin in your right spheres, wherever your powers, instantly return with me again to push perpetual shame and destruction from our lands. Straight we shall seek, or straight we shall be sought. The dolphin rages at our very heels.
Seems you know not then, so much as we. The Cardinal Pandulph is within at rest, who half an hour since came from the Dauphin, bringing such offers of our peace, as we with honor and respect may take, with purpose presently to leave this war.
As well he should when he sees ourselves thus new to our defense.
Nay, is in a manner done already. For many carriages he hath dispatched, from whom yourself, myself, and other lords may take. This afternoon we'll post to consummate this business happily.
Let it be so. And you, my prince, with other princes that may best be spared, shall wait upon your father's funeral.
At Worcester must his body be interred, for so it will be.
Thither shall it be. And happily may your sweet soul put out the lean and glory state of the land, to whom with all subjection on my knee I do bequeath my faithful services and submission everlasting.
And the like of the tender love we made, resting without a spot forevermore.
Oh, I have a kind soul that will give you thanks, but knows not how to do it but with tears.
Let us pay the time. This England never did, nor never shall, lie at the proud foot of a conqueror, but when he first did help to root himself. And now the princes are come home again. Come, the three corners of the world in arms, and we shall shock them. Not to make us rude, if England to itself do rest but true.